before the Dodgers, Giants, and Yankees, there was New York baseball. This is Long Island's own New York Mutual's Baseball Club, members of the Mid-Atlantic Vintage Baseball League. A team that from April to October takes the field at Old Bethpage Village Restoration to honor the 18th Century Mutuals organization and recreate our national pastime as it was played back in 1864.
When we decided that we were going to form a travel team, there was research involved on what the team name would be and what team we would like to recreate. And part of the process is how are we going to recreate the uniforms? Well, we found a team that was local from Brooklyn, and we found a picture of the uniform, so that helped. There was also a team that had some kind of longevity. They existed for almost 20 years, and we're in the first National League team, so there was a good amount of history back there, so that helped us become the New York Mutuals.
Being able to travel back in time every Sunday to 1864, play at Old Bethpage Village, and and the camaraderie just with the other teams for 2 hours on a Sunday. I get to live in the 1860s in a very different time, and where baseball was a very different game.
A game that was still finding its identity with different equipment and rules from the present day.
You can imagine now if they announced for next season there would be five balls for a walk, we'd be shocked because we don't see changes like that in baseball. Baseball's resistant to change because it's sort of hit a comfort zone and everything goes on as it is. But in the early times of the game, as Pat was saying, they were trying to find a balance between offense and defense. So the rules would change pretty often and pretty dramatically. So there might be a year when it would take 9 balls to get a walk and 3 strikes. And then they would change it for the following.
And the batter was called a striker. So instead of saying, batter up, the umpire would call striker to the line. The underhand pitching, the catching the ball out of bounds, the fair foul rules, and you have to throw the ball differently because the player you're throwing to doesn't have a glove. Catching a ball, nothing is guaranteed out. So an easy fly ball could be a drop ball, ground ball. Nothing's easy. It's a very different game, and to see baseball in its infancy in the 1860s and then how it will eventually evolve, it's just to go back to that time period in its birth and its infancy and to be part of it is, for me, a little more fun and more exciting.
The team travels across the country, having played in 15 states since 1999, and has contributed to the Baseball Hall of Fame's research of the 19th century game. A team that requires both commitment and dedication. But for these old-time baseball junkies, it's proven to be more than worth it.
It's a way to get back to your youth. It's an exciting prospect of learning baseball all over again from a different perspective.
I was always hesitant to play because I looked at these guys playing and I thought they were just like all-stars and realized they're just regular guys who, for a weekend like to play some baseball. So I went down for one day and I've been playing ever since. It's a gentleman's game. We try to, keep off the heavy competition stuff. And it's a chance to, again, just play baseball how it was played 150 years ago or so, in a very innocent time in the middle of the Civil War, and to be a part of America and the birth of baseball at the time it's just fun.
For Push Pause in Seaford, this is Brian Hoffman.